What's your name again? Sorry.
James.
James. Nice to meet you. I'm great.
Have you ridden this quite a few times, or are you the organizer? This is my first time.
Yeah, I'm the leader. So I run sort of training studios in the UK.
Or are you the organizer? This is my first time.
So I've only really started doing Zwift. I run in the last sort of studios in the 5-6 months. Before that, I was one of the sort of beta testers when it first came out, but I just kind of put it to one side and came back to it. Found out that it's got all these amazing kind of tools now, so started doing these kind of free training rides and just building a bit of awareness of what I do. Really, just kind of put it to one side and.
Cool. Well, I've been sort of solo training.
Got all these amazing kind of tools now, so okay. Started doing these kind of jumping in at the deep end. Just building a bit of awareness of what I do. Really. What's your FTP at the moment then?
Cool. Well, I've been
pretty
low.
Sort of
Solo training.
It's
about. Well,
okay.
I would say I'm a
Jumping in at the deep end.
And I'm trying to get to
What's your FTP at the moment then?
Cool.
So have you got a club or anything that you ride with out in Adelaide? Or?
So
Okay.
I would say
have you got a club or anything that you ride with out in Adelaide?
And I'm trying to get no club yet.
Okay.
Just indoor at the moment.
So have you got a club or anything that you ride with out in Adelaide? Or? So today we're just going to be doing reverse. Have you got a club or anything? Pyramids. So we're going to be starting off. With a 10-minute warm up. We'll be warming up from 2 watts per kilo, getting up towards sort of 2.5, 2.7, and then after 10 minutes, we're going to start doing these reverse pyramids, which basically means we're going to stack it. We're going to start 3.5. We'll start by doing 3 watts per kilo, and then just every minute coming back down to 2.5 after 10 minutes, and then we'll punch it back up. We'll do a couple of reps of those, have a 5-minute break, and then we'll go into 3.5. Bring that back down to 3, punch it up 3.5, bring it back down to 3. 2.5 after 10 minutes.
All right. Well, keep up and
do a couple of reps of those, have a 5-minute break, and then we'll go into 3.5. But yeah, just try and stick with us as long as you can, and you should be able to see all the messages on the screen anyway afterwards. So even if you do drop off, so just keep doing what you're doing. No worries. But yeah, just try and stick with us as
no worries.
long
Cheers.
as you can. And
It's all right. It's all right.
You should be able to see all the messages on the screen anyway afterwards. So even if you do drop off, so just keep doing what you're doing. No worries. But yeah, just try and stick with us as
no worries.
long as
Cheers.
you can. And
It's all right. It's all right.
You should be able to see all the messages on the screen anyway afterwards. So even if you do drop off, so just keep doing what you're doing. No worries. But yeah, just try and stick with us.
No worries. Cheers.
It's all right. It's all right.
You should be able to see all the messages on the screen anyway afterwards. So even if you do drop off, so just keep doing what you're doing. No worries. But yeah, just try and stick with us.
No worries. Cheers.
It's all right. It's all right.
You should be able to see all the messages on the screen anyway afterwards. So even if you do drop off, so just keep doing what you're doing. No worries. But yeah, just try and stick with us.
No worries. Cheers.
It's all right. It's all right.
You should be able to see all the messages on the screen anyway afterwards. So even if you do drop off, so just keep doing what you're doing. No worries. Sorry, James, just going a bit quiet, just trying to tap out a few notes on the screen.
All good, yeah. I'm just reading.
Good bit of reading beforehand. Sorry, James, just going a bit quiet, just trying to tap out a few notes on the screen.
All good, yeah. I'm just reading.
Good bit of reading beforehand. Okay, a minute to go. Just going a bit quiet, just trying to tap out a few notes on the screen.
All good, yeah.
Okie dokie, right. We're all live on all social medias. Hello, John. How are we doing today, John? You okay? Okay, 20 seconds, guys. Stay close at the beginning. Keep it nice and tight. Okay, so hopefully you guys have seen those instructions. So we're starting at 2.0. So just checking your power to weight ratio over on the left-hand side there. Sorry, not the left, the right. Sure you're staying with the pack, stay with me. So I'm just going to switch into the middle there, making sure everyone's all right. So I've mentioned, John, if you're there, I've mentioned to James already that we're going to be doing reverse pyramids today. So once we hit the 10 minutes, we're going to start going up to 3 in each minute. We're just going to bring it back down. So it's a little punchy to start with. We'll do a couple sets of these, have a rest, and then we'll go into some harder sets of 3.5 and bringing it down. So this has gone out quite quick. Okay, so 3 minutes in, so we should just start ramping it up now. Just start taking it up a little bit. It should be about 2.1. 2.2, that's it. Good. Just try and stay together, nice and steady. Good. So it's a big pack today, so just got to keep nice and tight. Okay. So you should just build up a nice little pattern, nice little rhythm, get your breathing right. So if you're starting to breathe already, just get nice big deep breaths in. So remember to keep that same pattern of power. You want to just continuously spin the legs, but just change the pressure on the pedal a little bit. So if you feel like you're getting ahead, you can just release the pressure a tiny bit, but maintain the cadence and the speed of your legs. And that'll just help you slow you down a little bit without kind of compromising anything. That's something we work on quite a lot in our studios with a lot of our sort of newer clients, especially. It's just developing those muscle patterns so that they're able to continue with their speed and their power without really compromising anything. Ooh. Okay, starting to ramp it up. So on the 8-minute mark, we'll head up to 2.5. Okay, looking good. Okay, so we're up now, guys. We're up to 3. Try and stay as close as you can with the pack. Use each other, use the people around you. Okay, looking good, guys. Keep it up. Keep that speed going. Keep your feet on top of the pedals, nice controlled. Get that nice connection. As you're coming over the hill, use your gears. Keep that power to weight ratio up. Okay, so you should have a nice turn of speed coming into this hill. Remember to use your gears to stomp into an easier gear just to maintain power to weight ratio, as the gradient will increase the power to weight ratio. So you need to maintain pressure through the pedals, but maintain that speed at the same time. So always checking your power to weight ratio over on the right. So especially as you're coming up this big gradient here, really use your gears. You might need to go into a small ring to maintain power to weight ratio. But keep your speed up. Ooh. Okay, so just up and down now. So you should be able to maintain that power as you're coming up the hill. Use that speed, keep an eye on your right hand side. Get a really nice smooth tempo on top of your pedals. Should feel really smooth on the chain. You shouldn't have any kind of sort of drops in your pedal stroke. Should just feel really nice and comfy. So obviously on this downhill section, you need to use your gears, get into a nice hard gear, keeping that speed up. As you can see, people are starting to really ramp it up here. Okay, nice bit of flat here. Looking to just get a really steady tempo. Okay, so we're going to go on the 24-minute mark. We're going to start punching at 3.5. I'm going to bring it down over the course of 5 minutes. So start ramping up that speed, get that pace up a little bit. So really going to have to use your big gears. Okay, so what this is also teaching is the ability to control. So a lot of the time, especially on a turbo, we can just get into one gear and we can just go and go and go. And we just develop one muscle pattern. Whereas what we want to do is be able to develop the ability for the muscles to respond to different environments. So by learning control coming down, something that we don't often do, so you want to make sure that we're able to have that ability. So what they call the smaller muscles hold up our bigger muscles. We want to be able to use those, control those big muscles. So what I can do is, once you get into the pack, you can actually throttle back and you can apply less pressure and still get the same power output. So learn to use the pack as a weapon within your arsenal. What happened there was I throttled back, then so did everybody else. Everybody else punched into the front, and suddenly I'm pushing my way to the front. Ooh, dusty, 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 can't see. Okay, you guys still okay on Discord? Cool. Okay, so I'm just easing up in the gears. Just going to reduce some of the stress out my legs. I was just pumping down at 78, 80, and feels a little heavy, especially when there's a little hill coming up here. So whenever you see a hump, and so what's going to happen here is to come over the top, I'm just going to push down into a harder gear, and that just maintains the effort. So we're not dropping in and out, we're not losing power or speed. Okay, so there's the beach. So we should hopefully be making a left turn. We should start climbing again. Again, just punching into an easier gear, but maintaining that pressure and power through the legs. Staying in the group just helps, just adds a little bit of wind resistance. So here we go, we're turning left. Okay, so just coming up out of the saddle. So what you're looking to do when you come out of the saddle is keep a nice balance between your body and the bike. So you don't want to be flopping around. You want to make sure you get your feet nice controlled in the clips, pushing up and down. One pushes down, the other one comes back up and over. Don't want to rock too much. You want to make sure you save energy. As the resistance comes up, it gets harder, so you can sit down. And we're back into it again. You might have heard that there was some clunkiness there. That was just my pedal stroke. So really starting to get out of breath. It really takes a lot of energy. Just because you have to use the harder gears to maintain balance. And we're down. That was 2 minutes. Now have some water. Whoa, shoulda. Oh, I've gone off the side. Oh. Still on it though. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we've got 15 minutes left. So really putting some punishment into the legs now. Shoes are hitting those hills, we're up and over. Back down to 2.5 to get our breath back. Punch it into harder gear, out the saddle. Keep pushing, driving forward. As soon as you're over the top, you're back in. Keep that speed. Keep pushing. There we go again. Remember, this sucks a lot of energy. If you're going to do a workout like this, make sure you've eaten before. Make sure you've got plenty of fluids in. Okay, so just finishing up here, we're just going to take it nice. Still pushing around 2.5, 2.6. Keeping it tight. So I've just dropped into an easier gear, spinning the legs, teaching them how to push harder power in a higher cadence. Can catch up with that group.